Christina, thank you for sharing what happened last night. Sounds really scary, and I acknowledge your resilience and courage coming in here today.
I was really scared. John really hates me coming here, but I had to.
I know you've been focused on your goal to control your drinking, but given what you told me about last night, I'd like to take a moment to do a family violence risk assessment. I have this document called a MARAM risk assessment tool, and I know you have to go and pick up your daughter soon, but I've grabbed a short one so it can be done quicker. We don't have to do all of it now. We can stop at any point. Is that okay?
I'm just worried that if we will be okay. John always says that if I say anything, I will lose my visa in Divina, that I will get deported.
I understand your concern. You're on a spousal visa, aren't you? Yeah. This is a tactic that we see a lot, where a partner will use a spousal visa to maintain control. The information you share here today is private. It won't be shared outside of here without your consent. The only time I would share it without your consent is if I thought you were at serious risk of harm. And I won't share information about Davina without asking you first. Is that okay? Now, before we start, I need to check, because this is a sensitive issue, if you would prefer to speak in your first language. You have a right to speak in your first language, and we can arrange an interpreter for you if that's more comfortable.
I would like to keep it all private. Can you understand my English?
Yeah, absolutely. And if anything I say isn't clear and you want me to say it in a different way, just let me know. But you can ask for an interpreter at any time.
Okay.
You've told me John doesn't like you coming here. Can you tell me more about that?
Sometimes he'll stand in my way and say that I shouldn't go because I will never succeed.
That sounds quite controlling.
Yeah, he's very controlling. He always monitors where I go and what I buy for the family. He doesn't let me have my own money, just the allowance he gives me.
We've spoken before about your sense of safety and John's behaviour, and you've told me that he controls you physically. He blocks you from leaving the house to get to appointments, financially, monitoring your purchases and controlling the money, and emotionally threatening to have you deported and taking custody of Davina. On a scale of 1 to 5, where 1 would be that you're not afraid, and 5 where you're very afraid, like you worried John would kill you. Can you tell me today where you would be on that scale?
Maybe today at about 3.
3. Okay. Has it ever been 4 or 5?
Yeah.
Yeah? Can you tell me about when it's been a 4 or a 5?
Most of the time I can look after myself. But last night was really bad. About 4, 5. But then things are quieter after nights like that.
When you say it was of 4 or 5. Can you tell me what happened?
I was really scared because he was really angry. He just wouldn't stop yelling and throwing things. And then all of a sudden, he put his hand around my throat. I thought he wouldn't stop. I was so scared. I've never seen him that angry. He's never done that before. And I'm worried because it's getting worse. I was so scared he beat up my see.
Sounds very scary. When you say it's getting worse, can you tell me what else John has been doing?
He's drinking a lot. And I'm scared not to drink with him. I don't feel like I can say no. Sometimes he forces me to drink. And sometimes I black out. He says I will never be able to stop. That I'm just wasting time with treatment. He says that I'm just useless.
You've mentioned the blackouts before. When you say that you're scared to say no to him, what do you think would happen if you did?
He'll get really angry. He'll say things like, "Who do you think you are? You're just my wife." And then he throws things and he lets me sit and he keeps filling up my drink until I'll have some, telling me, "See, you can't do it, you're pathetic."
Thank you for sharing all of that with me today. Look, it sounds like things are getting worse and that you're worried about what's going to happen next for you and Davina.
Yeah.
From what you've told me, I'm concerned about what will happen when you go home today. And I would put this in a category of serious risk. I know that you've said that things get better after a night like last night, that there's a cycle where things get better. But you've also mentioned that John's behaviour is getting worse. Could we just spend a little time now just to talk before you leave about what we can do to keep you safe? Is that okay?
I would feel good about that.
Okay.